Today we're going to be talking about a rated door system. And today we're out at the Cascades Apartments, and I'm going to show you some of the particulars that we look for when we're looking at checking on rated door systems. One of the first things I'm going to have you guys do, or you should be looking for, is going to be the rated tags that you will see inside the door jamb. You will see one on the frame, which this one is rated for an hour and a half, or excuse me, this one's rated for 3 hours. And then you also will have a tag that you will see on the door. This door is rated for 20 minutes. When you're doing your inspections, these tags should be visible and not painted over or taped over and within view. On occasions on some of the other hotels or apartments, you might see a stamp that will be also in the same area. That stamp could be painted, or it could be well covered that you may not see it, and that'll be okay. But you should be seeing in these newer buildings a double tag system. The other thing to look for when you're doing these is going to be the ball bearing hinges. Ball bearing hinges are ones that are a lot better hinges. They don't gum up, and they help close the door a little bit freer and easier for the customer. So as you look down this frame, you're going to see 3 sections of ball bearing hinges. The other thing I want to point out is going to be the gasketing around the perimeter of the door. The gasketing of the perimeter is very important to keep the light and also keep smoke out when you have a fire, whether it's inside the room or out in the hallway, because sometimes these apartments can be a shelter in place. And what we do when we look at that, we will step inside the room. We will usually turn the lights off in the room. I'll get the door about 3/4 of the way shut, or about a 45-degree angle or so, and we'll just let the door close. The closure should be adjusted right, and your latch should set up so that the door fully closes and latches in that position. Once the door is closed, you need to get up close to the door hinges, and with the lights in the hallway on, you will be able to see if there's any visibility around the perimeter of the door. So the side, the top, and then down the handle side, you should not see any door light, daylight within that framework. If you don't see any daylight, then that door is a completed system. One other component on a hardware system is going to be the deadbolt and or the hinges. The deadbolts, you're going to see on that mortise a stamp that says F, and it's going to have a UL listing. You see that? Okay, you should see an F stamp, which is about where my finger is, and there's going to be a UL right close by. If you go down to the handle, to the lever, you also will have a UL stamp, and you're going to have an F with a circle around it. And when you see those 2 numbers, or those 2 signature stamps on the mortise, that means these parts are going to be rated parts. They're fire rated parts. So with that, all the components of the door are fire rated. And then on the closure, the other component, you're going to look to see if it's UL listed, and usually there's a sticker or a stamp that's going to be someplace on that closure that will tell you that. And that's all we're looking for, is that it's UL listed. And there's your parts to a rated hardware system on a door.